Hi, I'm Apollo Lopez, and for Contemporary Funeral Service, this is my slideshow. Elysium Continuum, a sanctuary of death, healing, and legacy. Elysium Continuum is a compassionate and inclusive funeral home dedicated to transforming the way we view death and remembrance. Rather than focusing only on loss, the center would create a haven where people of all cultures, religions, and identities can come together to celebrate life and begin the journey toward healing. Our vision is to provide a safe, welcoming, and inclusive environment for everyone. We strive to make each funeral, memorial, or celebration of life a meaningful experience that reflects the individuality of the deceased and supports the healing of the living. We would strive for openness, compassion, and community, a place where grief is met with care and every story is honored. Our mission. The mission of Elysium Continuum is to redefine death care as a compassionate, eco-conscious, and community-centered experience. We aim to offer affordable and diverse services that honor different cultural, religious, and personal traditions while promoting healing through connection, understanding, and sustainability. Ultimately, our goal is to make every person feel valued and at peace, regardless of who they are or where they come from. Inclusivity and diversity. Diversity is not just a value. It's essential to who we are as humans. We believe representation matters in every aspect of funeral service, from language, culture, and religion, to gender, identity, and nationality. Our multilingual and multicultural team would allow us to serve families with authenticity and respect. Inclusivity would be woven into our hiring, training, and every interaction with our community. Location. Our funeral home would be located in a mid-sized, culturally diverse city like Tulsa, Oklahoma. This community features a rich mix of ethnic groups, faiths, and traditions. The surrounding area will hopefully include schools, parks, and religious institutes, ensuring accessibility and community engagement. This location allows us to serve people from many walks of life while also serving and becoming an active part of the local community. Location continued. The building itself would hopefully be nestled in a serene natural setting, perhaps near a park, river, or gardens to encourage peace and reflection. Nature plays a central role in our design philosophy, reminding visitors that life and death are both parts of the same beautiful cycle. Building's exterior design. The architecture would use natural wood, stone, glass, and greenery to create a welcoming, eco-friendly atmosphere. I would also like to be hands-on in the construction of this building. I'd acquire volunteers and let the community help build and design. Instead of a somber, serious building, Elysium Continuum will appear open, warm, and filled with life and color. The goal is for patrons to feel as though they are entering a place of healing rather than a place of sorrow. Gathering space. The main gathering space would be a flexible, non-denominational space that can be adapted for any religious, cultural, or personal service. The seating can be rearranged for traditional ceremonies, circle gatherings, or artistic/unconventional celebrations of life. Adjustable lighting, natural color schemes, and projection screens for photos and videos would make this room a central place for memory and meaning. Reception and cafe. The reception space would resemble a cozy cafe or a comfy sitting room rather than a formal banquet hall, a place where families and friends can share meals, stories, and laughter after the service. This warm, casual setting would hopefully encourage connection and allow grief to transform into remembrance and comfort. Locally sourced catering would further reflect how I want to incorporate the community. Children's reflection room. Children experience grief differently, and Elysium Continuum honors that by offering a safe reflection room for them. In this calming space, children can draw, play, or talk with trained grief counselors. Art therapy tools and comforting books will be available, giving young mourners a space to express emotions safely, if that's where they need to stay, where their families are at services. The Healing Garden. The outdoor healing garden will be a peaceful sanctuary filled with native plants, trees, and a small pond filled with life. It would include memorial benches, walking paths, and areas for scattering ashes or burying biodegradable urns. The garden would reflect the commitment to nature and provide families with a quiet place to reflect, meditate, or simply sit surrounded by beauty and life. I would also include the healing gardens as a place for ceremonies and celebrations. Pet memorial services. Here at Elysium Continuum, we know that pets are family too. I'd plan to offer special memorial services for beloved pets, including cremation, personalized urns, and celebration ceremonies. These services would help families honor their little guardian and find healing in the process. Green burials. One of Elysium Continuum's most defining features is the commitment to eco-friendly practices. We would offer green burials at specific plots in a different location with a similar look to the healing gardens. We'd offer biodegradable caskets, tree pod burials, alkaline hydrolysis cremation, and flower garden resting places. These options not only honor the earth, but also allow families to feel that their loved one's final act is one of giving back to nature. I'd also love to work with patrons who know their end is coming and would like to choose their own options. Working with death doulas would help with that. Counseling. Healing continues long after the funeral, and that's why I'd like to have on-site grief counselors, therapy dogs, and art or mindfulness workshops. Elysium Continuum would act as both a funeral home and a community wellness center. The staff would include professionals trained in trauma and grief care to support families emotionally as well as spiritually. Vision. The staff would be the heart of the mission. They will represent diverse backgrounds, faiths, and identities, ensuring that every family feels seen and understood. The team would include funeral directors, celebrants, grief counselors, death doulas, translators, and volunteers who share a passion for helping others during this time in others' lives. Together, we would provide compassionate, inclusive, and professional care to every person who walks through those doors. Community outreach. Elysium Continuum would be more than just a funeral home. It would be a community hub. We'd host lunch and learn events to feed and educate families about end-of-life planning and partner with hospices and death doulas for workshops. I'd try to hold monthly death cafes to normalize open conversation about death and our own mortality. Our outreach programs will encourage people to see death not as taboo, but as a shared experience across the world. Virtual and global. We would offer live streaming for memorials and virtual attendance options so that loved ones from anywhere in the world can participate. Elysium Continuum would partner with green burial sanctuaries and eco-parks around the world to offer destination burials and memorials. Technology and environmental awareness will help us bridge the distance and create a truly global sense of connection. Annual memorial event. Each year, Elysium Continuum would host a public memorial service where families can light candles, share memories, and honor the lives of those who passed. This annual event would bring the community together to grieve collectively and celebrate resilience. Music, poetry, and acts of remembrance will help transform sorrow into shared strength. Vision. I close with a guiding message. Eternal peace within the ongoing flow of life. At Elysium Continuum, a sanctuary of death, healing, and legacy, I believe that death is not the end, but a transformation, a passage illuminated by love, remembrance, and connection. Through compassion, sustainability, and inclusivity, we would bring peace and understanding to every family we serve. Thank you. Pet memorial services. Here at Elysium Continuum, we know that pets are family too. I plan to offer a special memorial service. I fucked up. Counseling. Healing continues long after the funeral, and that's why I'd like to have on-site grief counselors, therapy dogs, and art for Sorry. I love you. Staff vision. Hi. We need to stop the music. Oh. Children's reflection book. Oh no. Story of death, healing, and legacy. Elysium Continuum is I already fucked up.